Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we are here at Competence Analytics with Nick and Pat. We're going to dive into what their testing program is all about, how they do it, the ins and outs, and then we'll get a tour. Let's get right into it.
I'm Nick Mosely. I'm the CEO and founder of Competence Analytics.
And I am Pat Reynolds. I am the Operations Director at Competence Analytics.
All right, let's get that tour.
Cool. Ooh. Come on through. Thank you much.
All right, so this is kind of the main lab floor, but before we talk about what's out here, let's walk into the main prep lab for a minute. So once we receive all the samples up front, they are brought back here for intake, sorted into bins. We have photo stations with scales over here, so everything is photographed and weighed when it comes in. We have our laboratory management system that tracks all of the samples. We've got our dashboard on the wall here, helping the lab analysts track what's going on. We're kind of in intake mode at the moment. We're prepping samples, laying them out. What you're looking at there is some tubes for sub-samples to go into. These are our muffin trays. That's how we organize everything into 4x6 arrays. And that's what everything travels through our system in. So stuff comes in here, it'll get sub-sampled, put into other tubes. One of the most interesting things that we do when it comes to sample preparation is the preparation of the flower samples. So what we used to find was we used to hand grind the flowers, and we were finding that there was when different analysts would scoop on the same sample, there would be a huge difference between the results that they would produce on those samples. And what was happening was that because the flour was dry, the trichomes were sifting to the bottom of the grind, so that was impacting the potency. So if you didn't scoop it right, you weren't going to get the same answer, yeah? Mm-hmm. So what we decided to do was to approach it completely differently. So follow me this way. So instead of hand grinding the flour, what we now do is we put it in one of these tubes. This is a rather dirty tube. We would never put flour into this. This is just kind of sitting out here. But we'll put the flour into this tube along with a couple of metal ball bearings, and then stick this tube in a blast freezer for about 10 minutes, chill it down to -40, and then we'll clamp that tube in a block onto this boy over here. This is the Geno grinder. This platform here goes up and down at a rate of 1500 RPM. So when you've got two ball bearings going through frozen flour at 1500 RPM, that powderizes what's in that container, yeah? And then that gives us a very homogeneous mix, and that then allows our analysts to scoop from the same sample and get a much reduced difference between the scoops. So it helps us keep our results a lot more consistent. So that's kind of one of the cool things we do with flour. Once everything gets sub-sampled in the back there, it'll be brought out to have solvents added so that the cannabinoids can get extracted from the plant material. We'll then further process them, filter them in, this is our main prep hood. We'll filter them into auto-sampler vials. And once they're in the auto-sampler vials, these are the auto-sampler vials here, we'll put them onto one of our HPLC machines, high-pressure liquid chromatography. We've got two machines here that have about 100,000 samples, cannabis samples under their belt between them. Probably the most experienced cannabis analytics machines in the world. The one that you were just focused in on there is our UHPLC, so just a more pumped up version of those.
What do these do?
So these machines will do our cannabinoid analysis, so they will tell us the breakdown of the various cannabinoids that are in the material. So this right here is our triple quad LCMS. This is what we do our pesticide and mycotoxin analysis on. This is $250,000 worth of equipment. Similar to what the cannabinoid analysis instruments do, but it uses a different detection method. It uses mass spectrometry as opposed to UV detection. So that's,
are there benefits to using both or either?
They're just separate techniques. You know what I mean? This allows us to look at this lets us do part per million analysis. Yeah, this lets us do percentage by dry weight. Yeah, two really different measurements. Yeah. So yeah, pesticide and mycotoxin analysis here. We've got a terpene analysis machine right here. This is a Gaschromatograph. This one was commissioned not long after myself and is still going strong. Then we have one terpene machine right here, but hopefully pretty soon we're going to move our terpene analysis over to these Gaschromatographs. So these are Gaschromatographs that do mass spectrometry rather than flame ionization detection. Right now we're using these guys to do residual solvent analysis, so making sure that the solvents get purged from the concentrate reduction process. But we'll also be adding terpene analysis to that method as well, so we'll be able to do two in one shot, similar to how we do with the pesticide and mycotoxin analysis right now. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the lab space.
And with that, we're going to roll this up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out.